All right, everybody, welcome to the Studying Brew episode 841. Oh my goodness, it is a Thursday night. We are so happy to have all of you here. It is going to be the Serious Six. We're going to have 6 different questions because we're going to go over 6 different exams. We're going to have something for everything. What exams are we going to be going over tonight? We're going to have something for the SIE, the 6, the 63, the 26, the 65, and the Series 7. And if you're like studying the SIE and you're like, I don't know if I need to know all that. Yeah, you do. Yeah, you do. You know why? Because everything I just said is on your exam. Everything I just said is on your exam. Yes, the SIE has all those questions from all those different exams on that exam. Yes, it does. So it don't hurt for you to learn a few things. Because I know there's a lot of people that are like, man, I don't know about that. Look, relax. You got this. You got this. Don't be overwhelmed. And speaking of overwhelming, this weekend we're gonna have we're gonna have a lot of distractions. Before I get into that, my name is Andy, by the way. I'm the right guy that runs the back office over here at KonaButterflyz. That's Brandy. She's got her Series 6, 63, 26, 65, and her Series 7. So she's more than qualified to teach you all the things you need to know, and especially telling you what's on the exam as far as like all these different exams are on that exam.
Yeah.
So she's not just saying it.
No.
But I also want to say is this weekend's always got full of distraction. Every weekend's distraction. Every weekend is a distraction. Every weekend, right? Anytime anybody hears Saturday, Sunday, it gets filled up super quick. I mean, I got like 3 phone calls and text messages today alone asking me what I'm doing on Saturday. What am I doing on Sunday? Obviously, they don't know that I'm a 49er fan and Saturday's out. So that's, I mean, if you're asking me what I'm doing on Saturday night, I mean, obviously you don't know that what's going on in the football world because you know where I'll be.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying.
Exactly.
But no, and it's always everybody wants to get on your calendar. You know, if you got a pickup truck, somebody wants you to help them move. It's always something. It's always something. And you just got to stick to what I said yesterday. You got to stick to your commitment, and you just got to be like Nancy Reagan told us in the 80s about drugs. You just got to say no. You just got to say no. It's all good to say no. There's nothing wrong with just saying flat out no. That doesn't make you a bad person. Just saying no.
And I did hear that no is a complete sentence.
No is a complete sentence. It's just like that. No.
Ah.
What do you mean? I don't know how much clearer I could be. No. That's it. Just no. Like, can I? No. It's okay. It doesn't make you a bad person. No one thinks you're stuck up. No one thinks that you're, oh, so important. Oh, I got called all kinds of stuff when we were doing this and the business and all this stuff. Are you kidding me? Family be like, hey, you want to do this or that? I'm like, no, I'm busy. No. They're like, oh, yeah, I forgot. You're trying to be like Mr. Executive over there, Mr. Trump. I'm like, oh, okay. All right. Whatever. They're all rich. So I guess if that's what rich people do, then yeah, I guess that's what I'm trying to do. So I ain't trying to be modeling up against somebody poor. Yeah, I didn't say that out loud, but I'm just saying.
It's like,
I mean, we comparing me to rich people. I mean, rich and successful people. I'll take that every day. Oh, darn. You know what I mean? Put it in. I didn't take it as an insult at all. I was like, well, thank you. I like the fact that my habits and behaviors are that of somebody who wants to go somewhere, and you have to take it like that. You have to say it like that. You like, all right, I take it as a compliment. And that's just the way it is. And the other thing is guys, don't get overwhelmed with all this stuff. Don't get overwhelmed with studying. If you notice, if you're in the academy, we do an hour and a half. Brandy tells you look over your notes later, take a 10-question quiz. That's it. There's no 6 hours. There's no 7 hours. There's no 4 hours. There's no craziness. One step at a time gets you up the mountain. You know what I'm saying? One step at a time. It's just like the same person who drives 100 miles an hour to point B is gonna get there, right?
yeah.
So is the person driving 20.
Yeah.
You might be driving 20 miles per hour, but you'll get there. You'll get there. You ain't got to be all going 100 and being in and out of traffic, being all crazy. You'll get there. You know what I mean? And what's all that matters anyway? You getting there.
Mhm.
So let's not get overwhelmed. Take a breath. Get an hour in the morning before everybody wakes up, before Jesus and the Mexicans, right? That's what my mom used to say. You got to get up early, right?
Mhm.
and you just make it happen. You just make it happen. And then guess what? When the world wants you to do stuff, you're already done for the day. You already got it in. You already worked. You already did your stuff. You can go do whatever you need to do. Business wise, party wise, whatever it is, kid wise, husband wise, wife wise, right? You got that honey-do list, whatever it is that you got to do, make it happen. But get the suffering over earlier if you know it's going to be that kind of a weekend. Set yourself up for success, not failure.
Yeah.
Set yourself up to win and not to lose. And more importantly, and this is the most important thing, stay consistent.
Yes.
Just stay consistent. Just stay consistent.
Mhm.
That's all you got to do. Just stay consistent. How do you get up a mountain? Just put your foot in front of the other and don't stop. The people who stop and don't climb that mountain are the ones that look up at the top of that peak and they go, man, I don't know. Let me think about this. And they keep thinking about it. And they never they never get up there. Or they get halfway and they turn around and they go back again. It's bananas, right? Don't do that. Just stay consistent. Go up the mountain one step at a time. Don't look at the peak. Just look at the next step. That's all. That's it. That's my bit of advice as we go into this weekend. And as I have all your attention right now, because I know some of y'all like to dip out right at the end for whatever reason. So I want to make sure you get you guys that reminder for this weekend, empower you. Make sure to keep that going. Are you ready to get this thing going, Brandy?
Yeah.
Let's go. All right. As always, I just want to remind you, we have the Kona Academy. We got the 21-day plan still going. We got all kinds of great stuff. We got the study guide. That study guide's awesome if you're a member for the SIE. It has those videos that play and, for a little explanation if you need it.
Yeah.
And so if you're going through that study guide and you're like, I don't know about that, and you're a member, boom, it has a little 10, 15, 20-minute video that pops up and you can just like watch that explanation on that part of the book. It's great.
It is.
I'm just saying. And then if you print it out, it looks pretty hot too.
Yeah.
So, and we had somebody print it out at home. It was 100 pages. They took it to Staples to get it bound and put one of those covers on it. It was like $7.
Less than $10.
So there you go. You can make it all pretty too. Put it in a paper book. So if you study in the 1900s like Brandy and I did, and you love your coffee stains, your Cheeto stains all over your papers while you're studying, because they don't feel like it unless you can mark it up.
Yes.
You can do that too. So you don't got to be all new school. You can be old school. Just remember the videos don't play if you push the paper. We ain't there yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
We'll get there. So, and then we have the Series 6 and the 63. Those are not that updated as the SIE, but
they're good.
They're still good.
They're solid.
They got the information in it. It's solid. We got the 26 that is available for all the members. We got the Kona community. Welcome to all the people who joined up after yesterday's. Remember, we have events. You can go ahead and say you're interested. You'll get alerts as well on there and look up all that great stuff. And if you're a member, there's a whole library just for all you. And so we got the study guide. We got the course material. We got everything going. How do you join up? Hit the link or scan the code right there on the screen to scan the QR code and check out everything that we got for Kona. We're on Instagram, Telegram. Message me or give me a text message or give me a phone call at 951-290-3077, and I'll get back to you as soon as possible. All right, like I said, we have the Academy happening tomorrow. Brandy's got all kinds of great topics going on tomorrow in the SIE. What do we got? I didn't know.
It's the other packaged products we didn't get to today and risks.
Oh, risks. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
What do we got in the 6?
In the 6, we have variable contracts.
And 63?
We are starting quizzes.
Already into the quizzing on the Series 63. And that's right. In the Kona Academy, we teach you how to quiz.
Yeah.
That is part of it. We don't teach you just content. We show you how to apply the knowledge. Knowledge in your head doesn't mean anything if you can't pass the exam and you don't know how to put that knowledge onto results, right? And that's what we're trying to do here. So we're going to start that with the Series 63.
Yep.
And we will have that for the SIE and the 6 as well, coming in after the review on a Saturday, right? Not this Saturday, but the following Saturday we'll have that review.
Yeah.
So we're coming in close. We're getting there to that attempt. So let's go.
Do it.
All right. Ready?
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go. Series 6. That's right. We got some content, we got techniques, we got strategies for all 6 different exams for the SIE, the 6, 63, 26, 65, and the Series 7. I don't know where Brandy pulled these questions from. They might have been from students. They might have been from the quizzes and Q banks that she has available to her. But one point is, guys, just like Monday, we showed you how to get the keywords. Tuesday, we showed you how to get the answer without knowing anything. Wednesday, we gave you a little bit of content. Tonight, we're throwing it all together in one nice little package, one for every exam. So let's go, Brandy.
Yeah. Ready?
Yep.
Okay. So I will say this, guys. The content is from all of the exams.
Well, by the way, what do I have to get ready for? I'll just make comments on the side, my jokes. Hold on.
No, I'm just kidding. All right, guys. So let's get started. I'm gonna change my colors. Okay. So we have insider trading. We have limited trading. What?
Dude, am I the only ones that automatically sees like 2 patterns right there going on without even looking?
Yes. And then we also have the lowest bid and highest ask, and the highest bid and the lowest ask. A lot of words. Right?
Yeah.
I like these two. And then the only reason why I like C and D over A and B is because I don't know what limited trading means.
Yeah, B sounds kind of wonky.
Yeah, I don't even know what it is.
Weird.
Right? So then
Remember it.
So then I'm like looking at this, and then I have to remember what this sounds like to me might have something to do with the inside like quote or something. And the reason why I say that is because this right here is a huge hint, because the way I teach inside quotes and bids, and this is on the SRE, the reason that the way I teach it is I start listing, like I'll go like the lowest bid, because you guys are giving a list, and you'll get, bids, and then, this is the highest right here.
Like there'll be numbers, like there'll be 24,
Yeah,
28,
exactly.
34, like random numbers.
Right? And then I'm going to start with the lowest ask, right? And then don't, right. So then I think of this as like a tug of war. And then like they're playing tug of war, and these two are the inside. That's my bow. Sorry. That I know that looks like a heart, but I meant to look like a bow. Like how they tie the ribbon on the tug of war.
Yeah, you put your finger in the middle.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah, exactly.
Package, and then they put the bow around your finger.
Yeah. So when you're playing tug of war, right? The two in the inside are like your strongest, right?
Yeah.
I think. So that is the inside. Okay, this is tug of war.
I just know the biggest go on the end. That's where I got to sit.
Right?
They're all, Andy, just lean back.
Bro, I was always so they're like, Brandy, just pretend. Right? So then this is this, right? D is our answer, right? And I know I haven't seen the question, but I'm just going by insider trading, what C and D say, and boom, it says the inside market. Now, Kaplan calls this the inside quotes. They might refer to it as the inside spread. They might refer to it as the inside bid or the inside ask. So I just referred to the inside market. And when I clicked on, because inside market is not inside trading. Insider trading, this is like bad. This is like horribly bad, right?
Right.
So the answer was D, by the way.
Highest bid and lowest ask.
Do you guys see? Like, I don't even think, I just put it down. Like,
You just kind of drew it out.
I just tug of war it. Yeah. That's using the key words.
And you're saying lowest bid and the highest ask price don't line up on that little line of tug of war.
And guys, the example that they usually give you, in like Kaplan, it's literally, you can literally list the lowest price to the highest price and just pick the two in the middle. Like, they make it really easy.
Yeah. We don't know if that's going to be that easy on the exam, because how would we know that?
No, I don't know that. That's why I said in Kaplan.
Yeah. But from what we understand, as long as you know that concept, you're good for the exam.
Yeah. And guys, if you are on our message board, we have time. We have time real quick, right? I'm just going to show them real quick. Real quick, right? Just real quick.
Good thing that's not like a private conversation on the screen there.
Sorry, I don't pause. So guys, if you just go here and you go here, watch this. Check this out. Inside quote. And guess what? You pop up with an example of it. Isn't that awesome?
You just search it.
You just search for inside quote and you'll pop up with it. And I literally map it out here, guys. You can say inside bid, inside spread, inside whatever. Isn't that awesome?
That's one of the benefits of being on our Discord.
Yeah. So I just thought I would show you guys real quick. All right. Since we did Discord Wednesday yesterday. La, 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 la. All right. So it says for a premium bond, the nominal yield is greater than the current yield. Let's just do the seesaw real quick. And we talked about the seesaw the other day. Bum, 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 bum. That's not pretty, right?
That's why you should do it.
That is how you should do it. And as somebody put YMCA. Look at that. YMCA. I remembered.
Yeah, there you go.
That's awesome, right? Okay. So I'm just going to map out things, right? I'm just going to go, okay, A says premium, D says premium. I'm just going to do this. Okay.
Why?
Because that's the premium line.
Because it's up there.
Because it's
See
up
that
there.
part where the preem is written? That's above the par line, so that's why it's premium.
Exactly. And then discount and discount. So that's this bar right there.
See how it's below the middle line, which is the par line?
Right.
That's why it's discount.
And then this is the nominal yield down there above the triangle. So guys, just map it out. Just look at what it's saying and then just map it out, right? So premium bond, the nominal yield is greater than the current yield. Nominal yield, current yield, true. Right? What prompts me to automatically think of the seesaw? Because it's just saying yields. It's literally just saying the word yield.
That's part of the seesaw. So when you see parts of a seesaw, then you know you're gonna have to draw a seesaw.
Exactly. I just see yield, boom, seesaw. That's it. Yield seesaw. Okay. B says discount bond nominal yield is greater than. So I just go here, discount, and it says nominal yield is greater than the yield to maturity. This is not true. Okay. Now, look at guys. See if it's true, the answer is B.
Yeah, because you have one that's not, and you haven't even looked at the question.
And if the answer is not true, the answer is A.
Right. If you got two more not trues, right?
Exactly. I don't even have to read D, right? So it says for a discount bond, the current yield is less than the yield to maturity. That is true. So if I have two trues and one not true, the answer has to be B.
Even though you didn't read D. If I was on the real exam, I would read D.
Right. Premium bond, the current yield is greater than the yield to maturity. Yes, that is true. Okay. Question says, which of the following statements is not true regarding the yields of bonds? C. See, guys, we just drew it out. Just drew it out. That's all we did.
Just put the dots where they go.
I didn't even think about it. Would I do this on my test? 100% I would do this on my test.
You get scrap paper.
Yeah.
They give you a dolly and a piece of paper.
Yep, exactly. Just draw it out. All right. So I have shares are accepted on a first offer basis. I have none of her shares will be accepted. All of her shares will be accepted, or an amount that's equal to the proportionate number of the shares accepted. Man.
That's a lot of words there.
Right? Doesn't it sound like a definition maybe?
It does.
I like this. So I got equal. I'm looking at what Eric's putting in the chat. All, none, and first offer. Right?
Right.
Okay. Let's breathe. Oh, okay. An individual has made a tender offer for a fixed number of shares of XYZ. If more shares are tendered than desired, a shareholder who is offered her shares will have the amount of them, which amount of them accepted?
Now, how many of you read that and just already confused? Right? How do we unconfuse the people?
I'm asking for $100. I have 10 people wanting to give me $15. That's 150, right?
Yeah.
So I could be greedy and just take all 150. Or I can say, you know what?
I'll put it towards pizza.
I'm going to take a little bit from everyone so that it's fair. Isn't this the fairest? So instead of taking $10 from everybody, if you guys do the math, I don't know what the math is, but I'm going to take less than $10 from everybody so I can get my $100. So that is that one. And this is on the site.
Literally, D is a fancy way of saying we're getting pizza at the office. Y'all put $10 in and we'll all put the equal amount to pay for it.
Oh, we got 10 people paying for it. Okay, we're all going to pay this. And then in comes George walking in late. And he says, hey, I want in on this pizza thing. Does George get pizza for free? No, man. Everybody pays less because George is in. See? Proportionate.
Everybody gets a little money back because now George has put his in. Now we have less money from everyone, and everybody gets the same.
There you go.
Right? Does that make sense? It's literally getting pizza for the office. I still get my pepperoni, pineapple, and jalapeno. Dude, you're on your own on that one. You might have a hard time getting that one sold. They'd be all, nah, Eric, you got full $20 over there, your share. That's all on you.
They're like, nobody's sharing that pizza, sir. You can.
That's full price, sorry.
Okay. Yes, with prior approval, it may become a numbered account. Only with FINRA approval. Yes, without approval. And D, under no circumstances, never. Let me ask you guys who have been studying. Is there ever a time when things can happen without some sort of notification or approval?
No.
Not usually.
No. Somebody's got to know something. Some sort of a paperwork's got to be shuffled. Somebody's got to be informed. Like you go through your study and you're just like, so-and-so needs an email. So-and-so needs to be notified. An approval needs to be given.
Right? Like everything has to have some sort of written trail to it, right? So C just seems weird. And Miriam in the chat put something very interesting. She put number account for the famous. Do we know what Kim Kardashian is invested in? Unless she puts it on social media.
Most people don't know this, that people who are of influence, they hide what they're actually invested in for a reason.
We don't know what, for that matter, we don't know what Warren Buffett's invested in personally, right? For these reasons, because they can tip the market because of their influence with absolutely no basis of relation of why you would invest in that stock, right? Because you didn't meet with a rep. You just go, oh, Kim's got it, I'm going to buy it.
Which could be very dangerous.
Could be very dangerous, exactly. So rich and famous people, or people of influence, usually do a numbered account. Now, somebody else put in the chat says, I like A because it says the word may.
That's a good reason to like it.
And they would be right. Bum, bum, bum. An individual has expressed interest in having a broker-dealer maintain his account, but wants his name removed from the account. Is this permissible? Yes. With approval, it may become a numbered account. AMC, not, we'll talk about that afterwards.
Stay after the brew. This person's in Chicago, so they're like, So I'll ask you right out. I'll tell you right after.
Yeah. We'll talk about it right out. All right. Okay. Index options. Debt options, American style or European style. Now, we could go index, right? We could say those are opposite because index and debt option. And we could say American style and European style, right? Now, I personally have never heard of debt options. I know we could buy options on equities. We could buy options on currency. We could buy options on the index, but I've never heard of debts. So I'm going to do this. Never heard of. NHO, this means never heard. Okay. The other thing, I know American style is anytime because that's my association. See, look at putting it in the chat before I could even write it. What?
Americans like to keep it flexy.
I love it.
They like a little flexibility.
Europeans are stricter, more conservative.
Yeah.
So what is do you guys know the word? Do you guys know the word? I'm just going to put it. End date. Very close. Expiration only. What? Okay.
It is working.
All right. which of the following choices represents represents that an option can only be exercised on the expiration date?
European.
There you go. Guys, how awesome is that?
Yeah.
That's awesome, right? I love it. Okay, I got one more.
Even if you don't remember that European's expiration, you just need to know that it has a very specific date.
And we just did A and A, E and E. That's all we did.
Yeah, D is very specific. There you go.
There you go. See? All right. They put it in the chat before I can even move it, guys. There's only one answer choice that has a number.
That's the answer.
What do we know about that?
That's the answer. That's the answer. That's it.
That's it.
But I didn't see the. Oh, there we go.
A new issue can be purchased for each of the following accounts except the one with the number. That means that person cannot.
And if you're like, I want to know why, no, you should be a member. Brandy explains it all why. No, I'm just kidding. We have lots of videos on why. But that, you know what, guys, sometimes that's just the way it is. You just need to go look at your quizzes, your whatever you're doing, and you're all, did I get the right answer? Yeah. Do I understand why? Oh, maybe I don't. Maybe I need to read up a little bit on it, right? And if I don't know why, that's what I would do.
Yeah.
I'd read up a little bit, right? We call it why right, why wrong.
Exactly.
Why did I get it right? Why did I get it wrong?
Yeah.
That's it. But I would be excited that I got a technique. It worked because I know if my back's against the wall and I'm in the exam and I only have a little bit of time left, why don't I just do that?
Yeah.
Why don't I just do that? It's better than going down the page going abacadabra. You know what I mean?
Exactly. I would pick a number over abacadabra any day.
There you go. I mean, at least it makes some sort of sense, right? Some pattern, whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anyways. All right. Thank you so much for being here, guys. I hope that was fun. I hope you guys got some learn on. More importantly, I hope you keep consistent through the weekend and you heard what I said. You just got to get this thing done. You got to be consistent. Don't give up like most people who give up on the resolutions right out of the year. 3 weeks in, they're out. They're tapping out. We're in that area. We're in that zone. Don't be those people. Don't be a statistic. Keep charging forward. I know you got it in you. I believe everybody on here that can be on at this time of hour, especially the ones on the East Coast, right? Mm-hmm. Guys, you got the commitment. Just make sure you're consistent and just put in that work and just make it happen. This doesn't have to be forever. All right. We have the Academy tomorrow. We'll be back for the Studying Brew back on Monday. Until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. Keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Do not forget to practice the techniques and the Kona catchphrase in your quizzes tonight and through the weekend. We will see you guys next time. Have a great one.
All right, everybody. Welcome to the Studying Brew, episode 840. Oh, my goodness. We are here for this. What do they call this? Over the hump? Getting over the hump? Hump of the week? I don't know. Anyways, I've never gotten that. Anyways, Wednesday. It is Wednesday. Tonight, we are going to do Discord Wednesday. We're going to answer your questions on the Discord. It is the questions that was left by the community. If your question's not on there and you didn't get your question answered, is because you probably didn't post it.
Oh, well, I'm just kidding, guys.
So we're going to work through some questions. We got some good ones from the 65. We got some SIE. What do we got?
Yeah. Oh, and the 6. I don't know. Might be 163.
All right.
We got a good amount.
Didn't mean to catch you off guard here. All right, everybody, let's get to it. Let's just do this. We got a great weekend coming up. We got this week down. We're almost through the week 2 of the Kona Academy. Man, we had some tough topics already in the SIE. We went through the debt. We've gone through options. We've gone through bonds, right? Mm-hmm. What do we got tomorrow?
Investment company.
Guys, we are hitting on all cylinders. In Series 6, we had some suitability.
No, tomorrow we have suitability.
Suitabilities tomorrow. We had some ethics in the 63. I mean, it has been a great hot week for the Kona Academy as Brandy goes through all this stuff. We're learning how to quiz already. We're learning how to break that down. And I feel like people are really learning and loving the way we present this. And it's different. It's unique. And we thank you all for being there. And I'll say this. I've said it all the time. And I say this all the dang time. Look, it's not that I'm not against New Year's resolutions. I'm not against New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I think if you're going to make a statement and you say that's what you're going to do and you go for it and you do it, I'm all for it. I'm like, yeah, that's what it takes. First of the year, change your life, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to be a hater like that. But I will say this, 9 times out of 10 though, and most people are already done with whatever resolution they set.
Yes.
That's just a statistical fact. You can Google it,
Mm-hmm.
find out how long people stick with their New Year's resolutions.
Mm-hmm.
I was at the gym earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
already more parking. Already.
Dude, it's the 17th.
A Kona Academy, I looked at the attendance, already less people. Not a big number, but I'm like, what happened? You know, and I already getting texts and I'm getting emails and messages, you know, hey, I already need to recommit. I already need to get back on it. I already like are falling off. I'm already guys, New Year's resolutions or not, it doesn't matter if it's the 1st of January. It don't matter if it's the 4th of October. It don't matter if it's April 24th. It don't matter if it's June 2nd. If you ain't going to commit, you ain't going to commit. You know what I mean? It's like getting in a bad marriage and saying, you're the one, right? You're the one. I'm going to say I do, and it'll fix all the problems, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, you got to do work for that commitment. You know what I mean? You got to make sure that when you say I do, you're ready, right? It's not the fact that you said it that makes it a commitment. There's a mental and there's a mental toughness to it. There's a you know, you have to be able to just say, you know what, no matter what, that I'm in it to win it. You know, I know that this is it. Like we got some issues, but I know going in we can work through this. I know that when I say I'm going to commit to a goal, I know there's going to be challenges. This is what I'm going to do about that before you set a commitment, before you say all the things you're going to say you're going to do. You lay the boundaries and the groundwork ahead of time. You set a warning to everyone around you. Listen, this is what I'm doing. And if you ask me at this time, it's going to be a solid no. This is what I'm doing. And if you ask me, it's a solid no, because this is what I'm doing. And guess what you do from there? You say no. You know what I mean? You're committed to that hour. If you let the dog pee on the carpet every time and you give them a treat, guess what? They're going to keep peeing on the carpet. If you keep letting a bad behavior keep happening and you keep treating yourself for that bad behavior, you're going to keep doing that bad behavior. And we always reward ourselves for our bad behaviors. And we always say we deserve it. Oh, it's been tough. The stress is difficult. Oh, right? The kids pushed me to the brink today. The job, the boss, the whoever has really got me. I need that drink. I need that relaxation. I need to not do anything today. I need to not do my commitments. I need to just blah, 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 right? We always do that. We treat ourselves that way as adults. We go, you know, I deserve this movie. I deserve to sit here and watch The Bachelor for 4 hours, right? No, you don't. No, you don't. You really don't. Because you know what happens afterwards? We get regret hangover. Because we know we shouldn't have been doing that. We're like, dang, why did I do that? That was stupid. That was a waste of time. Now I'm in panic mode. And here I am again. Right? These are all things that we know that we do, but we keep doing it. Because we keep rewarding it. And we keep making excuses. And we keep rationalizing it. The bottom line is, you just need to stay committed. much like a marriage, right? Or a committed relationship of any kind, right? If you say you're going to be committed, or don't say I do, or don't say, yeah, we're committed, because otherwise it doesn't mean anything. So if you're going to do something, do it and just stick with it. Have no regrets. Don't feel bad. And if you've already fallen off a little bit and you're already on shaky legs, get back on it. You can do it. Just make it happen and write down, these are the things I'm going to do so it doesn't happen again, to where I repeat this process of rewarding myself with bad behavior. You know what it is that keeps dragging you away. Stop that. You know what I mean? It's so simple, but it's so difficult. Self-discipline as an adult is the hardest thing to do. It's the hardest thing to do, right? But it is doable. And there is people that do it. And we got tons of pastors about it. And there's people on here that have done it. And that's why you show up to the Studying Brew. Because not only are we giving you a little bit of content and you're learning something, we give you those pep talks to keep you in it. We give you real talk. We know what's up. And then you feel like, you know what? I need to do this. And I don't want to make you feel bad. And I don't want to put you on a downer. I want you to be energized and be like, you know what? You're right. I need to make a statement. I need to set my boundaries, and I just need to keep it. And then see where it goes. The problem is, so many of you are not willing to do something for yourself, but that you would be doing for an employer. And there's a lot of people on here that are we call self-employed, right? And we're not doing it for our own business and our own self. But if we had a paycheck over our head and it meant losing your job for a quarter more in a raise, we'd be all over it. That's crazy. We do crazy stuff to keep a job for just a quarter an hour more, but we're not going to be doing that for our own business. You do it for someone else, but you won't do it for yourself. You got to look at it that way. Say, well, you know what? I need to do this for me. And there ain't nothing wrong with that. And there's nothing, you know what? I don't care. Some people say it's selfish, whatever. Sometimes you have to be selfish. You do. You have to save stuff for you. So that way you can give to others. If you give everything to everyone all the time, you have nothing. That's just the way it works with your bank account. That's just the way it works in life. You got to bank some things for yourself. Right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, with that, let's get to it. If you haven't joined up, if you haven't joined us, and look, we give you more than just content. You know, I tell this to people all the time. Like, look, we don't just set up and just take people's money and go, hey, you know what? Here's a book that I didn't write, and I'm going to read it to you for over a weekend, and good luck on the test. No, we give you content. We give you the stuff you need to hear. We prepare you mentally with the positive mental attitude. We also give you guys the techniques, the strategies, everything, a community, ways to get a hold of us to answer questions, all that good stuff. If you want to join in, scan the QR code, hit the links, hit the message board for the community. We're going to talk about that tonight. We even got study guides for the SIE, the 663. We got a great study guide. We have one of the best study guides. We have the best study guide out there, I think.
The best.
You know, I don't like to toot my own horn because I'm no trumpeter like Eric, but if I did play trumpet, I would toot my horn. Mm-hmm. And I'm just saying that SIE study guide is awesome. Because if you remember, it's got video explanations that can play out. And it's got amazing graphics. You can print it out, look at it. It's got charts. It's got stuff that you just need to know. No confusing talk on there. And if you're confused, play the video. It explains it, right? We got Series 26 as well. And like I said, we have our whole Kona Academy. We got 21-day plans. We got the brand new 65, 30-day. Check us out. We got phone number 951-290-3077. And call or text me, right?
Yep.
Tomorrow, like I said, we got the Kona Academy. We got the SIE, the 663. Fun starts at 9:30 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And then we end around 1 p.m. Pacific, going through all these different exams back to back to back.
Yep.
And just going through. And tomorrow we got a great deal. If you are not a member, well, if you're a member, you've gotten that reminder already. Make sure you tune into your email and check out what we got the topics for tomorrow. And we've already got like what page numbers, all that stuff. It's all laid out what we're going over for tomorrow. So make sure to check that out. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go to it.
Mhm.
Look at that. Fresh new graphic. Yeah.
What?
All right. That's like I said, it is Discord Wednesday. We're answering questions from the KonaButterflyz community. This we're doing, guys, the KonaButterflyz community. I know there's some people going, do I got to be a member to be a part of it? No, you just got to be willing to click that link that's in the link tree and join up on our Discord. It's free. There is some hidden features if you are a member, and you can and when you are a member, you do get some hidden features that we have just reserved for you. We have a library for you. We have a special channel for you can communicate. We have where you can check out the schedules and stuff like that. But this is the page that you get when you first go on there, all the different dissertations. If you guys have pick your exam you're studying for, so that way we know who we're talking to. But on the left, I know a lot of people are like, what do I do? Where do I go? Just keep it simple. Look, scroll down a little bit. See that SIE channel? If I was studying for the SIE, that's where I post my questions. If I was doing any other channel, all those other ones, those are the different exams. That's it. And then you just simply see that little plus button there. That's where you just add your little screenshot, whatever it is. If you're not very good at taking screenshots from your computer, do it old school style. Put your phone and just take the picture with your phone, and then just load the photo right up there, just so Brandy can read it. I know some of you like to show off, your amazing desktop like that one. That's cool. We can see that, but just make sure that when you do that, we can read what's on the screens, right?
Yes.
See, that is low tech picture taking,
Don't
but
mind.
that is high quality, in my opinion, at the same time.
Yep.
Right?
Yeah.
So that's all it has to be. Nothing crazy.
Yeah.
But we also have a lot of other stuff, the Studying Brew replays. We got the Kona. We have that Kona members area there. We got off topic. We got PMA. We got all kinds of great stuff. Check it out. You even have study VC channels where you can actually meet up with people and do study groups if you want. All right, you ready?
Yeah.
Let's go.
Okay. Start with the SIE, huh?
Let's start.
Okay. So we're gonna start with the SIE. I did see that we have 2 options questions. We've got this question right here, and we've got this question right here, right? Both options. Yeah, we'll go right there for now. Okay. And then, so let's go. So, if you, no, I'm not even gonna say that. I'm just gonna say it. We're just gonna get started. So guys, even though we know the answer is D, I still like to kind of, make a couple of observations still. Maybe there was something I missed, if this was my question. Maybe there was something I missed. I'm just going to go look at it. And I have a February 80 call, 85 call, 80 puts, and an 85 put. I don't really think that the month matters, so I'm not really going to pay attention. Okay. Now, the one thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw my arrow up for the calls, right? And I'm going to draw my arrow down for the puts. I don't know why, but my down arrow never looks as cool as my up arrow. Okay. So this is like A, this is like B, this is like C. Oops, that's like C, and that's like D. Okay. So I'm just drawing. That's all I'm doing. I'm just drawing. Okay. So I got 80 over here. I got 85 over here. I got 80 over here. I got 85 over here. Okay. So now the way I teach options is I try not to teach you guys options in a way that like you're going to be options traders. I try to teach you ways that you can just pass an exam, right? I don't care that I say it that way because it's the truth, right? So it says, which of the following contracts are going to be in the money if the stock is currently trading at $80 a share? Okay, so one of the reasons why I draw my arrows up is because I know that in a call, in the money is up. I know in a put, because my arrow is going down, that in the money is down here. Okay. See that? Hint, hint. So 80, that's not in the money. That's not in the money. That's equal. That's not in the money. But 80 would be right here. That's in the money. That's why the answer is D. Just draw it out. Think.
These types of questions
In E.
is what we call mapping it out.
Yeah.
They're not that hard but they are if you try to do it all in your brain.
Yeah, just put it on the paper.
Look it, guys. When you get your pass notice, nobody at the end is going to ask to check your work and, take your scrap paper, and they're going to go, wow, you did all this in your head. I don't see anything here. That's amazing. You get 5 extra bonus points. Nobody cares. It's all about winning here.
Mm-hmm.
So go put this on the paper, map it out, keep, put some breadcrumbs there so you can find your way around. And then it's not that, it's not as hard.
No.
It's more difficult to do it in your head.
Yeah. Sometimes if this, oh, it goes. Sometimes it just, yeah. Sometimes we think we know, but we're like stressed out, or we're feeling overwhelmed, or we're tired, or whatever. And it's just easier to put it out on paper, less thinking, less effort. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I like less thinking.
Mm-mm-mm-mm.
Who doesn't like less effort?
Right. Okay. So we kind of talked about this off camera yesterday. Is it this one? Which one was it? It was this one. We saw this question last night, not on camera, or not while we were.
Was this the one that Eric proposed?
Yes, because guys, this is like such a BS explanation.
By the way, look at this awesome explanation. I won't say the name of this company that put this explanation, but they rhyme with Snaplin.
And here's the thing, guys. Here's the thing. This is not two foreign companies. Methods are not specific mission section, but are covered earlier in the course and are extensively covered.
This is the most lazy explanation. I could have done that.
It's like
We covered this already. Look in your old book.
it's another course, guys. Unless you've been prepared to say, "Hey, kind of don't forget this because you're going to need this in another exam." I'm sure every single one of you took the SIE and said, "I'm done with everything in that test," right? Because the way most study preps teach it is that they teach everything in isolation. Like the SIE is way different than the 6 or way different than the 7. And honestly, it's not. It's a stock can only be a stock. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it doesn't. The explanation and the characteristic of a stock doesn't change because the exams that you're taking is different. It is what it is. Stock is a stock.
Right.
A bond is a bond forever.
Right. So let's break this down though, because this is going to be something that you guys will perhaps see. Maybe not this exact these are exact comparisons, but the idea of a comparison does make sense.
I'm going to reenact a guy that wrote this explanation here. Did you say that golfing is in 5 minutes? Hold on, I got to finish this question real quick. Go read your SIE book. All right, bye. We're done. All right.
Legit.
Okay. Meet you in the parking lot.
Legit. And so let's talk about it, right? Because this might not be what we think it is. This might be something completely different. It's just using as an example. Okay. So the answers say money market funds and large company stock. By the way, nobody says large company stock. Okay. A CD and a small company fund. Emerging markets and international bond fund. And then I have a small foreign company fund and an emerging market fund. Okay. And then the question says, which of the following would be a reasonable comparison? So I'm going to try to find two things that sound similar. Does that make sense? Because that's what FINRA says we have to do. We have to compare things that are similar. I can't, okay, we're going to be working for broker dealers, right? We're getting our Series 6s, our Series 7s, right? We're getting our 65s. We're going to be working for firms. We're not working at a bank.
Right.
So how can I compare a CD that gets done at banks with a mutual fund?
Yeah, I am an investment person. I'm not working the teller over there, cashing the check for Larry, right?
Right.
At 2:00. That's not my job. I have the corner office over there with all the licenses.
Right. So without trying to get heavy in the content.
Right.
Because I don't want to get heavy content. But here's what I do want to do. If I see a small foreign company and an emerging market, those are both international.
That's saying international without saying international.
It's not the small foreign company compared to the emerging market. It's the fact that D is the only two things that are similar to each other.
Yeah, because it says and.
Yeah, I'll say.
Yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it's the two things together.
Yeah. So guys, so when you're
It's not
comparing,
or.
we can't. Have you guys ever heard the saying, can't compare apples to oranges? We have to compare apples to apples, right? We can compare Valencia oranges to navel oranges, but we can't compare an apple to an orange. A, B, and C are all apples to oranges. Okay.
D is the only one that's an apple to apple comparison.
And if we really want to get into the techniques, here's an emerging markets, here's an emerging market. These two are opposite of each other. That points to that. Boom, done.
So if I didn't know anything, there you go.
There's a good guess.
By the way, I just want to say that I know I have some Series 7 studiers on here. There is a Series 7 channel on the Discord that you could utilize and put up questions because I know that you are studying. And if you have questions on your studying, you can go ahead and take screenshots and put that up there too.
Yes, you can.
As I said, it is free.
Yes,
and you can join.
Yes,
and you can put questions up.
Yes, you can. All right, so let's hit the 63 question. Okay. So even in these 1, 2, 3 questions, guys, by the way, every Q bank, every brand question bank for every exam still has 1, 2, 3, 4 questions. But the tests that are administered by FINRA, so you're talking your SIE, your 6, your 7, your 26, your 24, those don't have 1, 2, 3, 4 questions on the exam anymore, but your 63, 65, and 66 do. Okay. So if it begins with a 6, it has Roman numerals. Okay. So we have, so I always still look at my answers. I have 2 only, 1 only. I could pick 2 or I can pick all 3, right? The other thing I'm looking at is I got Indiana, Iowa, and Florida. So that means that if I'm going to pick all 3, something has had to happen in all 3 states, right? And if I'm just going to not read the question yet, but if I'm talking about jurisdiction, that means I have to have an offer from, directed to, and accepted in. I don't know if this is what we're talking about, but this is when I see states, I either think of registration or I think of jurisdiction.
Those 3 things happen.
Yeah. So if I have a state that has one of these 3 things happening in it, jurisdiction applies. Okay, let's go. A fraudulent transaction was initiated by an agent in Indiana. Bum, 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 bum. Contacting a client residing in Iowa.
So automatically we got 1 and 2.
We got the offer from and the directed to. And after evaluating the offer, the client agreed to purchase the recommended security while vacationing in Florida, and that is why it's all 3.
Because there was something done in Florida, which makes it valid to include.
Exactly.
That's it. How easy was that?
Yep.
And if you double think that, you will probably get it wrong.
Yeah, they'll double think. And what the heck with this thing not defaulting back to where I was?
I don't know.
The heck?
Makes it fun.
It makes me like to scroll. Okay. And I forgot to hashtag it for that. All right, 65. And when I saw the 65.
You're in the Series 7 right now.
Oh, thank you for that. When I was in the 65, I realized this is not a 65 question, so we're going to kind of skip up here. So I love it when people say, can you put that in Kona language? It is literally one of my favorite things.
You be careful what you ask for, because people will be like, can I get a Kona translation on this?
If it has
We
to
need
do,
to get our own AI.
it has to do with securities. Can you imagine the Brandy AI? No. I can't. Okay. Now, if I am going to Brandy language this or Kona language this, I'm going to keep this really simple. If I see discounted cash flows, which is probably one of the most confusing topics on the 65, I hate discounted cash flow. Discounted cash flow, discounted cash flow. That's hint number 1 that the answer's D without even looking at anything. Okay. And hint number 2, the answer is D. It says is less than 0. Hold on, I gotta do that. That it's less than 0, lower than the investment outlay. I know that the person studying that
Yeah.
posted this question, she probably wants a deeper answer than that. But I'm telling you, discounted cash flow is one of those things that you can seriously overthink. I like to think of the discounted cash flow as, have you guys ever watched a time travel movie?
Yeah.
And it like go and then it gets super confusing. And it's like, okay, but if you do this, and it's gonna have the effect of that. And then if you're there
It's
and
called the butterfly effect.
and then like if you're there and then like the person of you that's there already see each other, like all that stuff,
We've seen Back to the Future.
your mind can pop, right? Thinking about that or you see what I'm saying? That's what I think of when I think of discounted cash flows. The simpler you keep it, the easier it is. The more you think about it and try to understand discounted cash flows, the worse it gets.
Yeah. So if you're a person that likes to do a deep dive on the movie Back to the Future and figure out all the possibilities of that happening in time and space, stop that.
Stop.
Watch it like an 11-year-old and enjoy. Keep it simple. That's it.
Yes. Again, I wish I could like offer you more than that, but honestly, it
If you were
only makes
taking
it
the
more
exam,
confusing.
that's what you did.
This is what I did. This is what I did. This is how I've been teaching it, and this is how people because we're gonna have software that does this for us. It's not something that we need to pencil out. Thank you. So that's it. Did it save? I don't even know. Okay. Time is it? You have time for
I got time.
Okay. So I think even though this was posted, oh, this is series 7. What was the series 7 question?
Did that just get posted?
No, this was posted up in the 65 channel,
Oh,
but I see right there it's a series.
what a treat.
You guys ready? Oh, no, you're good. You're
You're
good.
good. Now you know the rules.
Yeah.
Don't let it happen again. I'm just kidding.
Okay. So, we look at the answers first, right? These funds are priced once a day. These funds values may fluctuate throughout the trading day. Managers of these funds tend to trade individual portfolio positions frequently. These funds tend to have a very high portfolio turnover. Okay. So, what we see here, I'm just going to say this is a little bit more detailed than what you guys see in the SIE, but honestly, this has a lot of basis from the SIE. B definitely has a may, right? So we can't ignore the fact that it says a may, right? The other thing I'm noticing, just a couple of observations, and she didn't put the answer here.
Right.
So this is good because this is like kind of
She's testing you.
right? So we have priced once a day or throughout the day, right? So these two are opposite of each other. Then we have like trade in positions frequently and high. These are literally saying the same thing.
Yeah, frequently and turnover all the time.
Same thing, right? Because if I'm trading, I'm turning over. Okay. Now, if we like the answer B and it says, which of the following statements concerning exchange traded funds is true? If you guys have listened to the way I teach ETFs, I do say that these are portfolio or package securities that look somewhat of a mutual fund, but they trade like a closed end, which means that they are priced throughout the day. So the answer is B.
Well, we don't know, boom, but I'm gonna say yes.
Did this person get an answer back?
I don't know. They gave a winky face, but I don't know what that means.
Yeah. So technique wise, the may is the given, right? The may is the thing. But because these do trade on an exchange, ETF, exchange traded fund, they're priced throughout the trading day.
There you go. Was curious to see the techniques. See?
You never know. You never know.
See those keyword may. May is a great word.
May is a great word. Okay. This is like more of a memorization question. Cash is not included on the balance sheet, but we do look at it as a current asset, but that's super detailed. And it's the only answer choice that has one word.
That's the technique. I know people are like, what? Does that work? Yes, it does.
Think about a balance sheet being assets and liabilities. The income statement is cash.
Does it make sense? I hope so.
All right, one more SIE.
Sure. I don't know. These people got to go to bed.
Yeah, we'll do one more. Because this is a Kona keyword if I have never seen it before. It's going to say it right there.
Income equals cash. Is that a good word association?
Yes. Well, yeah, you could say that because cash shows up on the income statement and the cash flow statement.
There you go.
So yeah, you're right. That would be good. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to do Kona keywords right now. I see prime rates. Prime rate is bank to corporation. The federal funds rate is bank to bank. The discount rate is the Fed to bank. And the discount rate, what?
There's 2 discount rates.
These two are similar. And the discount rate is Fed to bank, right? So, you see where so I don't know what the C and D are saying yet because I don't know if this is the to or the from. So let's read the question. And the question says, a member of the Federal Reserve wanting to increase reserves can do so by borrowing. So a member is a bank. Okay, so the member is the bank and they're going to borrow from Fed. So this is Fed to bank. So borrowing from another Federal Reserve. No, that's bank to bank. There you go. This is Fed to bank right here. This bottom one.
Why is it different than C?
Because it says that, because C says from a bank to a bank.
Because it says another FRB member bank.
Yeah. So this is actually an
So they
incorrect
throw the
statement.
FRB in there just to throw you off, making you think it's from the reserve board, but if you read it, it says member bank there.
Yeah, and Tim, that's a great call. It says another.
Right.
So basically saying bank to bank.
Keywords, guys. Look at those little words there that'll get you every time. That'll leave you with that. Ah, dang it.
It's one of those flags, those subtle hints that we talk about that could, ooh, that's a word that doesn't really.
Or golly gee, depending on your level of cursing in your own house.
Right, exactly. But do you guys see that? We got it basically just memorizing bump, 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 match it up, boom, done.
Gee willikers, they got me again.
Yeah. It wasn't for those crazy kids. Okay. I think that's enough. Yes?
I don't know. If you ask them, they could have you do this all night. I'm sure of it. They'd be posting question after question.
I know.
Hold on. I got another one. Hold on. Wait, I got another one. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Look, we like to do this from time to time. We like to do Discord Wednesday. I don't know if we'll do it next Wednesday. We'll see. But if we got a lot of questions up in there, we love doing it. And if people like us to do it, we'll do it again. But it requires participation. You got to have questions up there. Guys, utilize that community. It's free, like I said. Every exam's on there. Post questions on there. If Brandy doesn't get to it, students, you should be trying to answer these things and logically putting them out there. You know, take it apart, put your technique in there, voice it on there. We want you to use it as a studying tool. If you're wrong, don't worry, we'll tell you. Hey, Brandy and I are old school. We're not part of this new school where we don't tell you when you're wrong. No, we'll tell you you're wrong. So that way you can learn, right? Being wrong is not a bad thing.
Oh, man.
It's a learning tool. So how do you know you're doing right? When someone tells you you're doing wrong, right? That's the only way to really learn. That's it.
Kind of. Yes. Yes. Yeah, that's it. And this is actually what I said to the groups today. I said, guys, if you're not practicing your quizzes yet, or, you know, if you're not looking at looking at the quizzes or looking at how the words are showing up in your quizzes, then, you know, we need to get on that because That's how you're going to pass a test. You could reread the books, you can listen to all the videos, you can watch them over and over and over again. You can tell somebody next to you, hey, did you know that banks of corporation is the crime rate? But if you're not practicing how to find them in the answer, in the questions, then you're not going to pass the test.
You're just a dog chasing its tail.
Yeah.
You're doing the same thing over and over again. You're not really learning.
Got to practice.
You got to practice it. You got to ask and you got to get guidance. And we have free of all of that on the community. Well, take advantage of it. Take advantage of it. Yeah, don't be shy. All right, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. We will have Kona Academy tomorrow. Tomorrow we have the Series 6. That means we're going to have a question from every exam. Look, if you want would be great help for Brandy tomorrow. If you are studying for any of these exams, right, from the Series 7, we have people on here from the Series 7 all the way to SIE. Post up on that Discord, and Brandy will put that possibly on tomorrow night and answer it. We'll use it as part of the Series 6, because we go through all 6 exams. We have a question for everyone. We do a little content, we do a little techniques. It's a little bit of everything tomorrow night as we close out the Studying Brew week. So until then, everybody, stay safe out there. Wash your hands. Don't touch your face. Don't touch your friend's face. That's all I know. And keep that positive mental attitude. PMA, everybody, have a great night.
Thank you guys so much for being on. We super appreciate you. Guys, practice the why wrong when you look at your quizzes. We will see you guys tomorrow. Have a great one.